124 of the Lunchroom. I'm your host, Calix George Jr. Now, of course, in addition to 101.1 FM radio, you can also get us at our website, rcistlucia.com. We're also streaming live on Facebook. Just search for the official page of Radio Caribbean International. And please be sure to like and share that link as well with your friends and family. And of course, if you want to call in to tell us what's on your plate today, and there should be quite a lot on your plate that we're talking about today, that number is 452-3046. Again, 452-3046. You can also reach us at our website, RCI. You can also reach us on our WhatsApp, and that is 724-0008. Again, 724-0008. Now, we just look back at a bit of history for today, for August the 5th, and we go back to the year. Sorry, hold on. It is the year 1305, and Scottish resistance leader William Wallace captured by the English near Glasgow and transported to London for trial and execution. 1583, Humphrey Gilbert claimed Newfoundland for the British Crown, the first English colony in North America, and the beginning of the British Empire. And we now head across to our dish of the day. But before, actually, one more thing that we should note in terms of sports history for today, 1936. American athlete Jesse Owens won the 200 meters in a world record time of 20.7 seconds. And that was his third gold medal at the Berlin Olympics. Of course, it's going to be all about Olympics today as we are basking in the glory of Julian Alfred. She is, in fact, heading to another semifinal in just a bit. And so we got a number of individuals lined up to give their reactions and their thoughts as to the historic weekend which we just had. We now move on to our dish of the day. The daily dish is brought with the kind compliments of our good friends at Tiles Plus. Well, welcome back to our program for today for this brand new Monday. And of course, what year it has been, what a month it has been, certainly what a weekend it has been. And it was a historic one for St. Lucia, as on Saturday afternoon, we witnessed history, and in fact, a phenomenal bit of history for St. Lucia, where for the first time, St. Lucia was able to, in fact, a number of firsts, and we're going to have to break that down as we continue. But as we witness Julian Alfred bringing home a medal for St. Lucia. And in fact, I think it was the first time St. Lucia had even got into the semifinals of such an Olympic event. And to bring home a medal, and not just a medal, a gold medal, and in not just any event whatsoever, in athletics, in the women's 100 meters, now being declared by many that 10.72, the fastest woman around for the time being in the world. Terry Finister, you're on with us, I believe. Wonderful, and thanks and welcome to the lunchroom here at Radio Caribbean International. I'm impressed. Well, you needed to probably come in studio for that one. I don't know if you're going to be able to do that virtually. I'm impressed at your voice, though. I'm impressed that you can still speak at the moment. You've recovered. Okay. Right. I mean, I'm just trying to imagine the different emotions that you may have been experiencing and feeling. And I mean, how did it feel for you, after those 10.72 seconds? Yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Right. I mean, people talk about stars aligning, and I mean the odds of all of this happening, and individuals having a. I mean, it's so much that could have gone wrong, but of course, so much that went right on Saturday afternoon. I mean, somewhat miraculous, you might say. I mean, how do you categorize? I mean, this situation poetic. I think somebody has Radio Caribbean up on somewhere. Right, right, right. Mm, mm-hmm, right. And then from the heats to the semis, and then of course into the finals itself, she just got better and better, faster and faster. I think from what I'm seeing, this is like the second fastest Olympic finals in that 100 meters, women's 100 meters. I believe from 10.72 from what I'm seeing. Okay, whatever, right? But in terms of the Olympics, yeah, 10.61, I believe it is. Elaine Thompson Shera, yes, yeah. Mm-hmm. 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 Wow, Beijing. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. I mean, it's a phenomenal story for the Caribbean. I mean, four Jamaicans before that, well, winning the four Olympics before that were won by Jamaica, and now for this girl from Cicero from Castries South, for 23 years old, coming out and winning it in 2024 is really, I mean, as you said, poetic, but it's a phenomenal story. Is it? I mean, isn't it because it has always been so much? Again, the Americans and the showmanship. There's always been so much focus on Shakari that this is no. Okay, okay. You don't. Mm-hmm. Best performance. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And I noticed she was the one who actually went fastest in the heats. Talu. Yes. Mm-hmm. Right. I mean, we want to talk a lot about Julian, obviously, but just a little bit because you probably are a lot more in the know regarding Shelly Ann Fraser Price again. By all indications, of course, that semi-final that they were supposed to be in, that was a remarkable race with three of them there, and her not showing, no, not racing. Any context there? That, I mean, we heard different stories coming out, about access to. Hmm. Right. Hmm. 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 Right. Right. So Italy could have been a major throw off. Yeah. Hmm. 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 Well, and of course, again, like I said, perhaps we'll have to hear more about this and other issues, no doubt, later on. Hmm. Wow. Wow. So, right. She have no brief for them. So- oh. Hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, thanks for that. Albeit, of course, but of course, thanks for also giving us context in terms of the behind the scenes and, um, of course, a lot of the things that we are not necessarily understanding or getting. So this is really, really helpful. Of course, Terry. Thanks very, very much for that. I mean, right now, of course, she's gearing up for a semifinal in the 200s in just a bit. In fact. Your thoughts on her chances? Hmm. I mean, she's already on a high. Hope that should be coming it. Yeah. Mm, mm, mm-hmm, mm, mm-hmm. Right. Right. Hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm, 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 mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm, So my question, I mean, I don't know if you're a betting man. I don't think that you are. Did you would you have been betting yesterday that on Saturday that she was going to be taking home the gold? You okay? Well, that's not enough. That's- but hmm, mhm. What does this mean? Julian's win already. I mean, whatever happens today and tomorrow again can only be add-ons of immense proportion, definitely. But what does this mean for athletics in St. Lucia? I mean, you now have this person who you can say, be like Julian. Julian did it. Julian. What does this mean for athletics? Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 And that was one of the first sports that we actually competed in back in 1996 with Dominic Johnson, wasn't it, as well? So you'd have thought in pole vault, sorry, pole vault, but we had. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I take it. I take it there beyond the jubilation, beyond the excitement, and no doubt the holidays and the motorcades and the parades and everything to come. That there needs to be. No, I'm sure you do, like we all do, but beyond. No, and certainly very, very, very well deserved. But beyond that, I'm guessing that I'm getting from you that definitely there needs to be a very serious opportunity for reflection and planning and visioning of the way forward at this point. Hmm. Wonderful indeed, and those are some very poignant words that you're leaving us with in terms of the way forward. Of course, Julian has a wonderful, wonderful career ahead of her, God willing, and barring any injuries or anything of the sort. And we do hope that she is going to be doing even better today and tomorrow, of course, as she aims for another medal. Terry, you're really giving us lots and lots to chew on, lots of food for thought within this very short half hour already. And perhaps I'm sure you may have a lot more to say as the week progresses by tomorrow, no doubt, as well. So keep us in your thoughts and spare some time, and hopefully to continue that conversation. But thanks so very, very much. Yeah, 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 yeah. Wonderful. Thanks so very much, Terry, for sharing with us your thoughts on this historic moment. Julian Alfred taking home the women's 100 meters on Saturday. Thank you. Have a good one. And we're going to take a pause at this point. That'll be our dish of the day. We're going to take in our weather report. And then when we come back, we're hoping to get former head of the local Olympic committee, Mr. Richard Peterkin, on air to get some of his thoughts about Saturday and today and tomorrow as well.
And that's what, of course, the 1.1 is now time for the weather report as of top noon today, presented by Island Style Talent Bath. The forecast for St. Lucia Valley for the next 24 hours, the winds will be blowing from between the east and With the forecast for St. Lucia Valley for the next 24 hours, winds will be blowing from between the east and southeast near 18 miles per hour or 30 kilometers per hour with gusts near showers. Weather mostly cloudy with scattered showers, which may be heavy in some areas, and a chance of isolated thunderstorms. A gradual improvement is expected from this evening. There is an advisory in here which reads residents and motorists in areas prone to flooding and landslide are advised to exercise caution. Also, small craft operators and sea beavers are advised to exercise caution due to above normal seas. The forecast for the Los Angeles generally cloudy with scattered showers, which may be heavy in some locations and isolated thunderstorms. Over the Windward Islands and areas further south, a gradual improvement is expected overnight. Elsewhere, partly cloudy and hazy, becoming cloudy at times with a few showers. And the tropical weather outlook: a tropical wave will continue to produce cloudiness, scattered showers, and isolated thunderstorms over the southern half of the Los Antilles. The wave will move away from our region overnight and has a low chance of tropical cyclone formation during the next 7 days. While it moves westward over the central and western Caribbean Sea, another tropical wave located over the eastern tropical Atlantic is moving westward near 17 miles per hour or 28 kilometers per hour. And this was a weather report as of 12 noon today, presented by Island Style Talent Bath.
And welcome back to the lunchroom here at Radio Caribbean International. And of course, thanks for the weather report there from the St. Lucia Met Services. Now, hopefully, the weather is going to be really nice tomorrow because, in fact, there are some watch parties being planned tomorrow by the Ministry of Youth Development and Sport. I'm seeing a flyer here indicating three locations: Derek Walcott Square, in Castries, Independence Square in Vieux, that's on Clark Street, and as well the traditional spot for Grosley Friday night, the corner of Dauphin and Notre Dame Streets in Grosley. So I'm not sure about the Soufre location because the flyer doesn't actually have it, but we did know that there was also live screen viewing at the Old Trafford bus terminal in Soufre as well. So that's on tomorrow from 2:45 p.m. And of course, that's to support Julian Alfred as she heads to hopefully, of course, given that she's gotten the right run and qualifies in just a bit in the semifinals of the 200 meters. Now, of course, so we can't all be in the Stade de France tomorrow physically, but we do hope that we can at least come together as a nation to give her our very best support. And somebody who's been in the business of following the Olympics very, very intently for many, many years now, perhaps even before I was born, I'm guessing, is none other than Mr. Richard Peterkin. former head of the local Olympic Committee right here in St. Lucia. How are you doing, sir? Well, maybe so, maybe so. But I'm just that was a retirement joke, I think. A little punch in there for that. Where were you? What were your emotions like on Saturday afternoon? Right. Wonderful. I mean, we have been, I believe this is our eighth Olympic delegation, eighth time participating in the Olympics. We started back in Atlanta, I think it was, in 1996. And we've now gone through well, before this up before these this 2024 Paris Olympics, I think I've counted about 24 St. Lucian Olympians who've headed across, and of course now this team that has gone with Julian Alfred in it. Your emotions, your feeling after seeing this progression, after decades now, to finally come to this point where we medaled, not only medaled, but medaled with a gold. Mm. Mm-hmm. 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 Right. Mm-hmm. And that image at the medaling ceremony, I mean, of course, it's hearing the anthem certainly, but also just seeing those flags, and it just so happened, of course, the second and third, of course, silver and bronze were the Americans, and then seeing that St. Lucian flag above those two flags of the United States of America. I mean, if your feelings there as well. Hmm. Right. Definitely, definitely, indeed, and just the odds of it as well. I mean, like I said, we've only ever sent like what 24, maybe 25 athletes before this Olympics, and a country like the United States is sending hundreds of athletes, and others are sending hundreds. And my understanding is that I think they've only been like about 7 countries ever to have won the women's 100 meters, and we're now one of those countries in the world. Hmm. Yeah, Dominica. Hmm. Mm. I think St. Vincent is actually looking as well at Maloney. I think it is in the 800 meters. Hmm. Right, right. The winning islands. Hmm. Hmm. I mean, I was just looking at I think something on the BBC where this gentleman from the Philippines, I believe it was, actually won a medal and a gold medal, sorry, and I think this was like the second medal I think they'd ever gotten or something of the sort, gold medal for the Philippines, and this is a country of about 100 million people, and a huge deal that they will be making of it. How many hundreds of thousands of dollars he's getting free ramen for the rest of his life, apparently. I'm not saying telling this tenderoni that they need to. I mean, maybe. I mean, I'm already seeing Alfredo being promoted by Kilagos. Ambush marketing, yes. Yes, 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 yes. But certainly a huge deal for this country and for bringing it forward. Your thoughts on ways of honoring her, perhaps? Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Right. Well, there's already one there, I believe, at Iwanora, definitely. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. 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 Oh, right, right. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm hearing you, and I'm suspecting you're almost suggesting that when you look at that podium again, it's going to be two American flags and a Saint Lucian flag. But you may not necessarily give us a bet on the order. Yeah, from the UK. Yes, yes, yeah, yeah. Mm. Photo finish. Mm. Mm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Well, I I hope you know you're correct on that one as well. And of course, we're looking. I think the feeling is that way, and I'm also suspecting that we'll be seeing even more people tomorrow afternoon at these watch parties, as people have already realized they're already winners, and you know how it is. So it's a, hmm. 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 Right. But she ran it very well in her heat, and she actually even slowed down. You could see it at the end, and she, to I guess conserve energy. Hmm. Hmm. Indeed. Well, thank you so very much, Richard Peterkin, for sharing with us, of course, your thoughts and reactions, and what's still to expect, no doubt, tomorrow. And we do hope that you have a really good watch party as well up in Florida. Well, you might make it in time for the motorcade. Who knows? Who knows? You got to time that right. Yes. Hmm. Definitely, definitely. Thanks so very much for that, and have a good one. And take care. Bye bye. And that, of course, was former head of the local Olympic Committee for a number of years right here in St. Lucia, Mr. Richard Peterkin. Just want to try to squeeze in some last parting thoughts from our very good commentator. Of course, he's known for cricket, but he also follows all sports. Of course, he formerly head of the OECS Sports Desk, Dr. Reds Pereira. I think we're going to try to get him on air. And of course, it is a really powerful time for the OECS. And in fact, I did see the Director General, Dr. Didicus Jules, posting on that matter in terms of the success of the OECS in the Olympics. And of course, St. Lucia coming through, and even Tia Lafont winning in the triple jump, I believe it is, and for Dominica, for the Commonwealth of Dominica, their first medal. And of course, Grenada had 3 medals already in the Olympics, thanks to Kirani. They picked up another one of Linton Victor in the decathlon, a bronze medal. And hopefully, even St. Vincent's going to be picking up a medal if Miss Maloney pulls through in the 800 meters final. So it's a great time for the OECS. Reds, how are you feeling? Reds, are you there with us? Hello? Hi, how are you, sir? Your reactions. I know you were over at the Darren Sammy Cricket Ground Saturday afternoon, and like with many people, like Adele, I understand during a concert she took a pause to watch that 100 meters final. I think you guys took a pause as well with that Sandals event, which was happening on Saturday, to watch Julian Alfred make history for herself and of course for St. Lucia. Your feelings? What was the reaction like? Mm-hmm. Tia Lafont, yes. And immensely competitive, no doubt about it, and of course with so much focus there, and speak to that a little bit because we've won medals before. I mean, we have 2 Nobel Prize winners. They've won medals, of course, in their own respective rights for literature and for economics with Derek Walcott and Sir Arthur Lewis. But there's something really special about uh, these types of competitive sports and winning at this level, isn't there? Mm. Of defining people in terms of how you define Saint Lucia, almost. Hmm. 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 Yeah. And it's a really important point that you're making, because it really now sets a very strong message to every young St. Lucian boy, young St. Lucian girl, that they can be really anything that they want to be. Uh, Given the fact that, you can look at Julian Alfred and all that she's gone through, all her struggles. One could say she cannot be more Saint Lucian than in terms of her experience, and look at what she's achieved, best in the world. Hmm. Hmm. And I think that's a really powerful message that you're saying. Of course, a big shout out to Twatine and his contribution to helping Julian over the years, and of course, even her current coach Edric Floreal. I mean, an amazing story there too. Haitian born from Gonaive, went to Canada. Was in the long jump and triple jump, and ends up, of course, being her coach at in University of Texas. I mean, really powerful story there about the importance of coaches and mentors. Thanks for bringing that up. Of course, Reds. Oh, definitely. Yes, yes. It's really beautiful how everybody is now so very much embracing her. I mean, of course, St. Lucia is so very very proud of her, but so too is Puma, and so too is University of Texas, and so too, we saw that post from the Jamaican Prime Minister Andrew Holness sharing in the greatness of Julian as a Caribbean woman, trained at St. Catherine High. So a really, really wonderful story there, indeed. Right. And within a few, I mean, it wasn't even an hour, I think, apart, was it? Eh? They were on the field at the same time. They were on the stadium at the same time. Yeah, yeah. And it's interesting too that Lafont said that she was inspired by Julian. I thought that was such an interesting story, as well. Or even though she's older, that Julian's success actually gave her this push to go forward. So I mean, it really is a beautiful story about how close these two islands are to each other as well. Yeah. Right. 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 Yes. Hmm. Right. I noticed in the 1996 Olympics, we actually ran a 4x4. Interestingly enough. Yeah. Yeah. Indeed. Indeed. Reds, thank you so very, very much for sharing with us, as always, coming on. I know there's a lot more we have to speak about, eh? But sure, go right ahead. Yes. Right. In Trinidad. Yes. Yeah. Sports complex. Yeah. Yes. Excellent. And I think we're gonna have to take that up again. Maybe tomorrow we can, because of course we'll be following her as she heads to the finals. Hopefully, uh, tomorrow. That's right. Indeed. Indeed. Indeed, indeed. Thanks so very much for that, and a double goal it will be if that is the case. Thanks so very much, Joseph Redspur, for sharing with us, and of course to all those others who contributed, Richard Peterkin, Terry Finister, for sharing with us this very historic moment with Julian Alfred, and of course, 200,000 people, no doubt, will be looking very intently at her again, and knowing that, of course, that every one of them is praying for her and wishing her the very, very best in her own singular effort on the track in just a while. So that's our program for today, and we do hope that you can join us again tomorrow for another one, God willing. And we do wish you a very wonderful time, of course. And remember, today we, of course, you got to watch out for the semis, but tomorrow, 3:40 is, I believe, the time that is on for the final, and of course there are watch parties being organized through the Ministry of Youth Development and Sport that are on. We'll be speaking about those details again tomorrow, but check out for the flyers and on social media for all the details. Have a good one. Take care.